When the contract structure reveals the real story, is this the moment the Yankees finally admit they're all in, no matter the cost? Friday, January 22nd, 2026. The red phone rang in Hal Steinbrenner's office, and when it stopped ringing, Cody Bellinger was officially a New York Yankee on a 5-year, $162.5 million deal. But if you think this is just about signing an outfielder, you're missing the entire chess match that's about to unfold. Let me peel back the layers of this contract, because Scott Boras didn't just negotiate a simple deal. He engineered a masterpiece of financial architecture that's going to reshape the Yankees' entire offseason strategy. The Boras Blueprint. Understanding the chameleon contract. First, the headline number, $162.5 million over 5 years. That's $32.5 million per year in average annual value. But here's where Scott Boras shows why he's the most feared agent in baseball. The deal includes a $20 million signing bonus, money that hits Bellinger's bank account immediately, but gets distributed across the contract for luxury tax purposes. This is crucial because it allows Bellinger to take less in base salary some years, while maintaining the same total compensation, which creates flexibility for both sides. But the real weapon in this contract is the opt-out clauses. Bellinger can exit after year 2 and year 3. That transforms what looks like a 5-year commitment into essentially a series of 1-year options for the player. Think about what this means. If Bellinger has a monster 2026 season, 40 home runs, MVP caliber production, he exercises the opt-out after year 2 and hits free agency at age 32 with a clean bill of health and a championship pedigree. He walks away and signs a massive deal elsewhere. The Yankees get his best years and then lose him. If Bellinger struggles or gets injured, he stays locked in at $32.5 million per year through 2030, and the Yankees are stuck with a declining asset for the back half of the contract. This is risk acceptance at its finest. The Yankees looked at the structure and said, "We don't care about years 4 and 5. We need to win in years 1 and 2 while Aaron Judge is still in his prime." That's a philosophical shift for a franchise that used to be conservative with veteran contracts. This is Hal Steinbrenner saying, "We're going for it now." The short porch advantage, geometry as strategy. But here's where the signing becomes tactically brilliant. Cody Bellinger is a left-handed hitter with an uppercut swing. In most ballparks, many of his fly balls die in the warning track. But in Yankee Stadium, with that famous short right field porch just 314 feet away, those fly balls become home runs. You got Aaron Judge hitting right-handed power. You've got Juan Soto hitting left-handed contact and discipline. And now you've got Cody Bellinger hitting left-handed power. That's not just a good lineup. That's a nightmare for opposing pitchers and managers. The protection aspect is crucial. Managers can't bring in a left-handed specialist reliever to face Soto without exposing him to Judge. They can't bring in a right-handed specialist for Judge without exposing him to Bellinger. You create what I call the sandwich of death. 3 elite hitters where every matchup decision creates a disadvantage. The flexibility factor. The end of roster roulette. Here's something that gets overlooked in these big signings. Bellinger's versatility. He played 38 games in center field, 48 in right field, 59 in left field, and 3 at first base in 2025. He's a Swiss Army knife. And for the Yankees, that solves a massive problem. When Aaron Judge needs to rest his legs and play DH, Bellinger moves to center field with Gold Glove caliber defense. When Giancarlo Stanton needs to play the field, Bellinger can shift to first base. If the primary first baseman gets injured, Bellinger seamlessly moves over without losing offensive production. This flexibility means Aaron Boone can carry an extra pitcher in the bullpen instead of a defensive replacement. It means the roster is more efficient. It means you're not wasting roster spots on backup outfielders or utility infielders. Bellinger is the backup, but he plays like a starter. The Spencer Jones domino, the trigger for the Peralta trade. Now here's where this gets really interesting, and where your memories about prioritizing Freddy Peralta become crucial. With Cody Bellinger signed through 2030, Spencer Jones, the left-handed judge, the power-hitting prospect who just had a 35 home run season in the minors, suddenly has no place in the lineup. For years, the Yankees viewed Spencer Jones as untouchable. He was a future left fielder. He was a homegrown star who would anchor the outfield for a decade. But with Bellinger now occupying that role, Jones becomes redundant. He's a prospect without a path to playing time. And in baseball, a prospect without a path to playing time is just an asset waiting to be traded. This is the domino that falls next. This is why the insane proposal we discussed yesterday, trading Luis Gil and Spencer Jones for Freddy Peralta, suddenly becomes not just possible, but likely. Brian Cashman is thinking 3 moves ahead. I've now guaranteed my offensive core for the next 3 to 5 years. Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, Cody Bellinger. That's locked in. Now I need to solve the rotation crisis. Cole and Rodon are injured. I have Ryan Weathers as depth, but I need an ace. Spencer Jones has no place in my lineup anymore, so I use him, along with Luis Gil, to land Freddy Peralta. It's ruthless, it's strategic, and it's exactly what a championship organization does when it has a clear window to win. The financial Cold War, Steinbrenner versus Cohen versus Dodgers. We can't ignore the broader context here. The Dodgers have Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Sasaki, Blake Snell, and Kyle Tucker. They're playing Monopoly with infinite money. The Mets have Steve Cohen, who's proven he'll spend whatever it takes to compete. And the Yankees have Hal Steinbrenner, who's been criticized for years for being more conservative than his father George. This $162.5 million contract, which will actually cost the Yankees nearly $300 million when you factor in luxury tax penalties, is Hal Steinbrenner's answer to that criticism. It's him saying, we're not rebuilding anymore. We're not developing prospects anymore. We're buying championships. The era of the baby bombers is over. That experiment failed. Aaron Judge and Juan Soto didn't deliver a title with homegrown depth. So now the Yankees are pivoting to the era of elite mercenaries. They're buying every piece they can afford, and they're doing it right now while Judge is still in his prime. The immediate implications. With Bellinger signed, expect a Freddy Peralta trade announcement within days. The Yankees have freed up Spencer Jones as trade currency. They've solved the outfield logjam. They've committed to winning right now. And they've sent a message to the rest of baseball. We're not messing around anymore. The Dodgers might have more total talent. The Mets might have more financial flexibility. But the Yankees just made a statement. We're going to compete with anyone, anywhere, anytime. And we're willing to pay whatever it costs to do it. What do you think? Is this Bellinger signing the catalyst for a Freddy Peralta trade? Should the Yankees be willing to include Spencer Jones in a package to land an ace? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And smash that like button if you believe the Yankees are finally making the moves necessary to compete for a World Series. Because right now, it feels like we're watching a franchise that's decided to stop protecting the future and start building for present. And sometimes, that's exactly what you need to do to win a championship.